Hey guys, so first I wanted to address the volume problems. I know I'm still having volume problems on this video. On all my videos. Um, there's nothing I can really do about it. This is what I record on right now, and you're either gonna hear a buzzing sound or you're gonna hear low volume. So just put your volume up and enjoy the video. I know I usually try to keep my videos to be about disabilities and, you know, different aspects of it, and a lot of my earlier videos were not about disabilities. But, what better way to illustrate push past paralysis than to show that that's not all there is to me. So I wanted to make a video about kind of a serious topic. I've made one video like this before a couple of years ago, but I haven't really touched on it since, and I'm not going to touch on specific cases. I want to start with a disclaimer. The Me Too movement on paper is legitimate. There are people who are raped. There's no doubt about that. There are people who are afraid to come forward about being raped. There's no doubt about that. But on the flip side, there's also no doubt that there are people who are out for revenge, money, and the like. Unfortunately, that's how it is. And unfortunately, it does affect true victims in a very negative way, because it just creates higher scrutiny and there's a longer time period, if at all, that they can get some justice. But the way that things work sometimes, it's extremely unfair to innocent men. And sometimes women. Sometimes the alleged victim is a man saying that a woman raped him. It doesn't discriminate that way, sex-wise. So for that reason, I believe that there has to be evidence. And if you would have asked me a couple of years ago, that's about the extent that I would have gone with it until now. My family and I have been touched by mental illness, addiction, different things like that. And it sickens me when somebody with either diagnosed or extremely evident symptoms of either undiagnosed or unmedicated illness comes out with allegations, and because of the umbrella of the Me Too movement, they must be believed. No questions asked. So what you're really saying is keep them sick. Keep them from getting better. Allow them to live with the possibility of hurting themselves or other people, because they have to be believed with what they're saying, even if they've been caught in lies before, blatantly. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't victims. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, if you really want to have a legitimate movement and legitimately help people, don't forget about the people who are battling some serious things. Addiction, mental illness. like I said, addiction runs in so many families across America, across the world. If you ask the families of addicts or of people struggling with mental illness, most of them will tell you that their loved one lied. Many of them will tell you that their loved one lied about them, whether it's abuse, rape, or anything else. Lying is pretty much part of the diagnosis across the board for many of these things. But we're just supposed to believe an allegation when they're clearly in an episode. It's not fair. It's not fair to true victims. It's not fair to the innocent people being blamed. I'm sorry. It should be like every other crime. There has to be evidence, and I believe in the statute of limitations. You're not going to go to the hospital 15 years later with a broken arm or bleeding out. If you want to treat it like a true illness, get it treated. If you want to be believed, if you want to get treated for what tragedy happened to you, go to the doctors and to the police immediately and let them find the actual proof. This is, this can go into many different directions, but all I will say is, if you're an innocent person and something happened to you, there should be no reason that you hesitate to report it. There's so many, even anonymous ways to do so now. There's so many different ways that you can go about it. Waiting, coincidentally, around a time where either you're broke or you want to get back at the person that you're going to accuse of something, it's not going to fly. And I worry, especially for those who are mentally ill. All of a sudden, in their episodes, accusing people of horrendous, disgusting things. How about they get their mental health checked out? Then if they're addicted to any substances, get that under control. Then get to the bottom and the validity of their other accusations. There's too many people battling mental illness and addiction in this world right now. This is going to keep them stuck. And this is going to keep them sick. And it's not fair.